All right, so for my Friday night reflection, I'm going to talk about just this past week and how it's been for me, class, spiritual emphasis week. So let's just dive in. I want to start by saying that the ENFJ, well, for me, ENFJ and Type 6 information that we learned in class was really helpful to me. I found it very interesting just to see and like kind of put myself and my personality into a type, I guess, and read a little bit about, what it's like for me. I mean, obviously I understand my personalities, but just how that interacts with other people and the things that are going to go on in my life from there. So now that I'm aware of that, I've started to notice a lot more just how I'm behaving in those ways, especially with the Type 6, just the skepticism and the uncertainty and the need for that. So that was a really interesting way to start the class. So I know that's from a while back. So from Monday's lecture, something that really impacted me was the Bateson section that we had to read from our book. And so in her section, she talks about just what am I about and what am I living for. One of her quotes is, "I'm referring to the freedom that comes from not only owning your memory and your life story, but also from knowing that you make creative choices in how you look at your life." And so to me, it's that part where she said, the freedom that comes from not owning your memory and your life story, but knowing that you make it and making your life story what it is for you. So for me, always wanted to be kind of a cool kid, always was a cool kid, but at the same time, kind of that Type 6 skepticism of, I want to know what's going on. I can't step outside of the comfort zone very easily. I need to make sure I have a plan and we stick to it and we don't break any rules. So this all kind of hit me hard during spiritual emphasis week, on top of now that I'm thinking about these things and these scriptures or sections that we've read from our text, and just thinking about, what am I about? What is it that I'm living for? So like this week, some things that I would notice is my time, especially the things that I was doing, not only classwork and being more intentional about that, but like relationships, with my girlfriend, with my roommates, with people who are older than me, people who are younger than me, just how I view them, how I treat them, and if I'm spending time, like, not just talking about, video games and going to get chicken wraps and stuff like that, but talking about intentional things like, hey, where are you at, like you just went through, one of my roommates, just tough breakup, like last week, where are you at, how can I help, beyond just, hey man, sorry about that, but like truly trying to meet them where they're at and being intentional about that. And so that's something that I think I am about, something that I'm living for, is that relationshipness and kind of that helper side of me, that we're learning about in class, and then also what Bateson was talking about in her passage, and the creative choices, that is how I'm making my life. And so I know that like going from this course, at least, that I'll be able to hopefully kind of take this idea of what I'm about with me. I know it's kind of a meta theme when it comes to like Bethel or Christianity, is like, your life is what you're about, and you need to make sure you are about something greater than yourself. But I guess in reference to this past week, I don't know, I've just been more mindful of it, I guess. And so, on top of spiritual emphasis week, and so, yeah.